All right, today we're joined by Ojie, Olympic sprinter for Great Britain. Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you, mate. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm not too bad.
Good. So, you started your season off with 6:58.
Yeah.
58, right?
Yeah, 6:58.
How did that feel?
It felt pretty good, to be fair. I was a bit nervous. Obviously, I'm in a new setup and I have a new coach, and Steve Fudge. And we don't really do a lot of timing and training.
Okay.
So whereas in the past, I've been used to like being on a speed gates like every other week and like know where I'm at. But this year, like it's kind of just been based off of feeling and just trying to work on technical things. So it was either going to be really good or really bad.
Okay.
So I thought, okay, it's either going to be like 6'6" low or like 6'7". And then to see 6:58, I was like, okay, like this might be a good year. So I was happy with it.
So it's on your home track here at Lee Valley.
Yeah.
You were proud of that moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you have friends and family here watching you?
Yeah. So my secondary school friends came down, and for a lot of them, that was the first time they've seen me race, like in person, probably since like secondary school.
Yeah.
And then my mum came down as well, and again, she hasn't seen me race in person for a long time. So it was a good feeling, for sure.
Did you see this coming? Like, when you started training this season, did you like know, all right, I feel good. This time's coming.
I'll be totally honest with you, not entirely. I think off the back of last season, although I PB'd and had like age group success, I think missing out on the World Championships definitely knocked my confidence a lot. And in moving to a new setup, everything was kind of brand new. Going through sessions, it's like, you're not doing this right, this isn't right, I want it to be like this. And it's like, for a lot of the time, I wasn't confident at all. I was very much like trying to figure things out. And I kind of didn't know how the season was going to go. So I would have been happy with like anything around my old PB, which is like 6:66.
Yeah.
Kind of would have been like content there to kind of like have a new building block. Because I appreciate I'm in a new setup. It's not going to be amazing straight away. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people say you've got to give it like a year or whatever to kind of like get used to it. So no, I didn't expect it. But in the same breath, like I do, I bet on myself that, I've got something in me to give out and to show, but I probably thought it might have happened next year, not necessarily this year, like so soon. So
moving forward into 2018 outdoor season, do you see yourself breaking the magical 10-second barrier?
If I keep on going like this, I reckon there's probably a high possibility that it can happen. Obviously, I ran it windy last year in 9:93, and that gave me a glimpse of things to come in the future. I'm still 21, so I do think I've got a lot of potential. But, if I carry on the way I am, just keep my head down, listen to my coach, the possibilities are endless.
Okay. Is there anything that you need to change in your technique or strength-wise just to make you get to that barrier without the wind aided?
I think it's just a continuation of what I've been doing now. So kind of just working on old habits. So like trying to like have good posture, go through my ranges, make sure that, I'm having my good stride length and being big and tall and things like that. So it's just working on old habits from the past. I'm trying to just delete and make these new attributes even stronger. Okay. So I want to be consistent. And I think if I'm consistent, then the chances of performance are high.
Okay. So for the next 3 seasons, where do you see yourself going?
It's funny you said that because that's kind of literally where my mind is at right now.
Okay.
Although we're in 2018, it's just the first step of a bigger picture, which is 2020. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I'll be 24 when that comes around, which is crazy to think. I went to the last Olympics and I was 19, 20.
Yeah.
So time does fly. But everyone, you want to be in contention, to be making finals, to be pushing for medals. Like when you're a kid, you say you want to be Olympic champion when you're younger. Yeah. So now it's kind of the point where, okay, what does that look like structurally? Like what steps do you need to take to actually get there? So that's a lot of the things I've been thinking about with myself and my coach. And the next 3 years are quite important. I want to be making sure I'm making teams individually, I'm running quick, making finals. Those are all processes that I think realistically you need to go through to then be in a run-in to be a champion, to be a medalist come 2020.
Okay. So what is your main event? 60, 100 or 200? Looking at your frame, you do look like a 200-meter runner.
Everyone kind of says I'm suited for the 2.
Yeah.
But it's funny. Like I said, I was talking about this with my coach the other day. I was like, well, what event do you think I'm actually going to be good at?
Yeah.
And he was kind of saying, kind of use the season to kind of figure that out. Okay. So, I want to give myself a best opportunity at all 3 events. So like right now we're doing it indoors. I want to give it my best and see where I get to. 100 and 2s in the summer. I want to equally do both events. I don't want to. Obviously, primarily I've been a 100-meter runner, but I want to like spread out to the 2s, see how fast I can go in that. Like I've run a few windy times over the years and kind of giving me an inkling that something could be there. Yeah. But I want to actually give it a shot, take it seriously, and then see how far we go with it.
Okay. So what sets you apart from other sprinters?
I don't know. I think a lot of it probably will be in my frame. Yeah. I've got long legs and I've got a short upper body. So I think in time when I start to get things right, you'll probably start to see equal distribution and like having a good start and having a good finish as well. I like to think, I am a statistician, to be fair. Like, there's no numbers I probably won't be able to tell you when it comes to the sprints. Like, I came into the sport pretty late. I started in like late 2011, 2012. And since then, I've just done my best to catch up with everything that's happened for the past, 40 years or whatever. So I've really studied everything, and I'm sure everyone else does as well. So I won't say I'm different in that sense, but that's one thing I definitely pride myself on a lot, understanding my event and understanding my sport.
Okay. So what's been the best part of your career so far? I know you're young in the sport, but what's been your best part?
I'll probably say 2 things. I think firstly is probably winning the European Junior Championships. Yeah. I think because it was my first international title. Okay. And I think I was very proud of it because it was just signalling that there was things to come. I knew how to perform when it mattered under pressure, and I wasn't just someone who just ran a one-off quick time. Because I think when you're young, everyone can kind of, you get your good day, you run a fast time, and when you're young, it's just like you kind of don't know how you're doing it. Yeah. But to win the championships, that takes preparation, that takes mental strength, and for me to show that was good. And I would probably say my second is going to the Olympics at such a young age, because everyone wants to be an Olympian, everyone dreams of it. I probably thought I'd probably go in my late 20s. Yeah. So to go at 20 was like, one, it was just really good that British Athletics, Team GB had faith in me, that they even want to put me on the team. And 2, I think it was just like, it gave me a lot of confidence being around great world athletes. And not even just from athletics, like seeing like the footballers, the tennis players, the rugby players, basketball, like you name it. I saw all of them like every day. Yeah. And to be in that company was big. So that gave me a lot of motivation for 2020 as well.
Okay, so which one was more nerve-wracking when you started to compete?
I probably would say the European Juniors probably was most nerve-wracking because there was that pressure. I was coming into it as number 1, and I was a big favourite to win. So there was a lot of pressure to actually just bring it home. Yeah. So for that, in that sense, I'd probably say that over the Olympics. The Olympics was nerve-wracking because I knew how much the team had put into getting prepared for these championships, and I knew how much was on the line. For a lot of people, it would have been their last championships. Yeah. For a lot of people, it's their defining moment. So there's a lot riding on it. But I'd probably say because I didn't get a chance to actually run, like, I was kind of on the sideline supporting, so I wasn't as scared. But in the build-up to it, seeing there's a possibility that I might have run, that was a bit nerve-wracking because I was thinking to myself, well, what am I going to do if I have to run anchor and there's a bolt next to me, and what am I going to do? And I generally didn't know what was going to happen. Okay. So in that sense, I was nervous, I was scared. But, when it kind of transpired and I didn't run, I kind of was a bit more relaxed, but still quite nervous because I didn't know what was going to happen.
Okay. Yeah. So in terms of training, what type of training are you in at the moment?
I'd probably say we're in a bit where we're kind of transitioning into like faster stuff. Okay. A lot of the winter has been like, heavy conditioning, fitness-wise in the gym, and just working on building a technical model for the summer. So now it's kind of like getting an opportunity to test it out under pressure. Because obviously in my group, there's 4 of us. So 2 being girls in Asha and Imani, and a guy being Ade. But Ade's been away for a while. He's gone back to Nigeria to train for the Commonwealth Trials. Okay. So I've been training by myself, kind of. Like, I've had a few guys to train with, but not as much as like in the past. Yeah. So I'm using the races to kind of get that competitive element back. So I think it's going to probably still take me a few meets to like get cooking properly. Okay. But Yeah, I've probably said that's where I'm at right now.
Okay, cooking properly. So we're looking at some decent times coming up in the future. I don't want to put no pressure on you, but
yeah, like I said, I'm just trying my best to like take it one step at a time. Obviously, there's a lot of potential there in what I've managed to do in my first race.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I just want to take it one step at a time and just stick to the basics, keep refining the basics, and I think that will reward me quite well.
Okay, so you've got the World Championships indoors coming up.
Yeah.
Commonwealth Games coming up.
Yeah.
European Championships.
Yeah, it's a busy season.
It's a busy season.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in the mix of all of these majors?
Yeah, well, right now, the first championships coming up is the World Indoors. So we have to see what will happen with that. But you might see me there, you might not. Okay. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, so in that sense, we'll see what plays out in the next few weeks. With the Commonwealths, I won't be at that championships.
Okay.
I think, well, one, I didn't get selected for it.
Yeah.
But two, it kind of didn't really sink into the plan for the year.
Okay.
In that I'm in a new setup, and it probably would have been a bit too soon to throw me into like a high pressure championships so soon in a new partnership with my coach. Yeah. So the main goal for me this year is outdoors, definitely.
Okay.
I want to be at the European Championships in Berlin.
Brilliant.
So that's like my big goal for the season, yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm going to give you a little test.
Okay.
The last 5 World Championships. You
Yeah.
said you know your stats.
Yeah.
100 meters. Can you name the last 5 winners?
Okay, yeah. So London was Justin Gatlin.
Yeah.
2015 was Bolt.
Yeah.
2013 was Bolt.
Yeah.
2011 was Johan Blake.
Yeah.
2009 was Bolt. 2007 was Tyson Gay. 2005 was Justin Gatlin.
That's more than 5. All right. Give me the times then from 2009 onwards. Winners.
Okay, yeah. 9:58, obviously, 2009. 2011 was 9:92.
Yeah.
2013 was 9:78 or 9:77, one of the two. That's 2013. 2015 was 9:79, and obviously London was 9:92.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was your take on the London with Gatlin and all of that?
London, I think London was good in the sense where it played out how I thought it would, to be honest. There's a lot of the old heads who are on their way out, who have had their peak, and it showed. And there's a lot of young people who are coming up, and that showed in the performance from Christian Coleman, from Reese, and a lot of other youngsters who kind of like showed what they could do. So it showed there's a changing of the guard, definitely. And you know, it's an exciting time for the sprints because there's so many people in the same postcode right now.
Yeah. It's
kind of like you just don't know what's going to happen on a day. And it's kind of going back to the old days, like back in the early 2000s when you'd go to a race, and in the 90s where they go to a race and they didn't know who was going to win. And even in like that 10-year time frame, there was like a different champion. Up until the Morris Green era, there was like a different champion at every championships.
It's true.
And that is what you want. It's obviously what Bolt did was great. Brilliant. But he changed the game completely. But it's kind of like, I think for maybe someone who didn't appreciate athletics, it was like, oh yeah, Usain Bolt's going to win again.
Yeah.
It didn't kind of add that extra spectacle to it. But now I definitely feel like going to each, like even the Diamond Leagues, going to the championships, you just don't know what's going to happen, and it's going to be very exciting for the sprints. So yeah, I was quite, obviously I was a bit frustrated at the time watching it, but you know, looking back on it, you know, it was a big time for the champion. It was a big time for our country. You know, seeing Nefanil in the 2 as well.
Brilliant.
Seeing a relay team get gold, I think that just showed in itself that, you know, the next few years, you know, there's going to be a few of us who have the potential to really, really make it big on the big scene.
Okay, yeah. And Chris Coleman, you came across in that.
Yeah.
Is 6:37. What did you think when you first saw that video come up?
When I saw it, I'll tell you exactly what happened. When I saw it, I was actually sleeping.
Yeah.
And I got woken up by my group chat with like a couple of the track guys in there. And I was like, what's going on? Like, guys are FaceTiming me. I was annoyed. I was like, I'm sleeping. I was like, what training time? What's going on? And I look, and then I see he went like 6:47 in the heat. And we said at the time, okay, yeah, he'll break the world record this season at some point.
Yeah.
I tried to go back to bed.
Yeah.
I wake up, I get woken up again. He's broken the world record. I was like, oh, mate. Because for me, I think I was racing like a week later.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm getting a bit confident now. Like, first race should be really good. And I see 6:37, I was like, I ain't in 6'3" shape, so what's going on? Like, I was thinking, like, what's going on? But, you know, it was good to see. I wasn't surprised because if you actually look at the biomechanic report from the summer, he actually, in the final, he actually went through in 6:38 anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know, it wasn't unrealistic for him to run that. But I think for a first race of the season, that is very, very, very impressive. So, big shout out to him. That was really good.
Yeah. And thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it.
No worries, man. Thank you.